flame angel fish. Not bad. Seashell. Also not that bad. Let's see. Oh, I got amazing. Let's see what we're about to get. Garfish. Ooh, this is actually pretty good. This game is kind of fun, but how do they make their fishing rods? Way. Okay, the first thing that we're gonna do is we're going to add a cylinder. And then we're going to call this cylinder mesh for now. Because it's gonna be the main mesh that we're gonna see on the fishing rod. So, and then we're going to scale it to our liking. Then once you got a resize to your liking, then try to find a color. Then after you get your color, you just go here and then make it smooth plastic. Okay, now we're going to add a tool into the workspace, and we're going to call it fishing rod. Then we're going to put the mesh inside the fishing rod, and we're going to add a part. We're going to name this part handle, and we are going to resize it so it fits our mesh. Then we're just going to make it transparent and make it anchored. Well, unanchored and no kinkle. But now we're going to go to plugins, and we're going to use this plugin called the Tool Grip Editor by Skyblock7862. This is going to save you so much time on trying to figure out how to, grip your tool and stuff like that. So actually, before we do that, let's weld these. Okay, now that it's welded, we're just going to click on the tool, and then you should see this edit tool grip button. You just click it, and now we are just going to turn it. Oh, damn it. Move it to a place where it looks nice, and we're just gonna exit out of the editor. Now we have our tool, but we're going to add a couple other things to it. We're gonna add an attachment. We're gonna call this rod, and we're going to add a beam, and just leave it as beam. Also, don't forget to go to your mesh and turn kinkle off. Now we're gonna go back up to parts, and then we're gonna click sphere, and we're going to make this smaller, about that big, and we're gonna call this bait. And then we're also gonna add an attachment to it called bait. Now we're also probably going to make it so it is not anchored and no kinkle. Actually, we're gonna have this, and I'm just gonna change the color just to black. And now we're gonna go to workspace, and we're going to add a folder called temporary assets, and in that we're gonna put baits, because what we're gonna do is clone this into here, and we're probably gonna keep everything that will be deleted, like it will be added and then deleted in a small period of time in here. Then we're gonna go to replicate storage, and we're gonna make a folder called events, and then we're gonna make another folder called game assets, and we're gonna add in a remote event, and we're gonna call it fishing. And then we're gonna add another, actually not another remote event, probably a remote function, and we're gonna call it get fishing data. Then we're gonna go to game assets, and we're gonna add a folder. We're gonna call it baits, And we're just going to take this bait and we're going to call it default. Yeah, I know we have to rename it. Default bait. And we're just going to put this in baits. Now we're going to go ahead and make a script in starter character scripts. And we're going to call it fishing rod manager. Then add the following variables. And once you're done copying all the variables that we would need for this script, we are now going to add the functions that we need for the script as well. And all you have to know about this function is that it's gonna make the bait like fly into the air and then, you know, fall down into the water. That's all you have to know that this script does. Then we're going to add a child added event, and this is going to make it so we can get the tool when the player equips the tool. And then after that, we would connect to the tool. Well, actually, what am I talking about? We would wait until the tool is clicked and then get the fishing data and velocity of the bait. And once we have that, we're going to clone the bait to temp baits, which is in here. We'll clone it in here. And then we're going to connect its attachment that we added before called bait. And once we do that, we're going to hit the throw bait function we did up here. And you already know what that does. And after that, we're going to wait until the tool is clicked again. So then the bait gets put away and stuff like that. That would probably happen when you finish, you know, the fishing mini game. And then we just have a quick thing here, tool down equip. So when the tool gets unequipped, it's going to disconnect all the functions, all the events that we connected to. So for a brief explanation of this script, basically the script waits for the player to equip the rod, then listens for the player to click. When clicked, it clones a bait, throws it toward the mouse, and checks if it landed on water. Now we're going to create a local script in starter character scripts. And we're going to call it rod receiver. We will first add the variables. And then after we add the variables, we will then add the functions that we need. And what this function will do is it will take the current strength and max strength, then adjust it to the size of the UI bar. And this will help us update the visual power of the bar to show the player how hard they're throwing. Now we're going to add the events. So let's start with the fishing remote event. This event will be triggered by the server when the server detects that the bait hit water. And this will help us get the actual position of where the bait is for the client, because since ping can vary, the positions could also vary as well because of that. Now for these two events, it's pretty simple. Just when the player is holding the mouse and waiting until they let go of it. Now for the on client invoke, this is the function that the server runs on the client when the player clicks on the rod. And essentially what it's going to do is it will run a loop that counts up the strength while the mouse is held down, showing the meter, and returns the final strength and mouse position to the server. But now let's really quickly add the UI I was talking about for set meter, because we do not have it in replicate first yet. So create a folder and call it Central UI. And I'm just going to copy down my UI that I already have. And if you want to see what it looks like, or you want this UI for yourself, it'll be down in the description. But if you're making it yourself, it should look something like this. Now, since we got everything pretty much set up, we can put this tool now into starter pack. But before we test this, we need to add some terrain. So we're going to click on the terrain tool, and we're going to press the fill button, and we're going to just resize it to like something like that. And we're just going to make grass first. We're going to fill that, make grass. And now we're going to move this, and we're just going to click on water and scale it up a little, a little bit more. And now you can fill it with water. And once you have that, we can just take our spawn point, put it up here. Well, it's way too big. Okay, wait, forgot one more thing before we, start this. We need to go to our default bait, and we need to add custom physical properties, and we will just make our density 1. Now we play our game. And I also forgot to do one last thing, which is to move this attachment up to where basically the top is. And now we can actually test this. That seems like we need to make the density a little bit more bigger. So I'm just gonna increase it until it's as much as I would like it to be. Okay, I figured out what the best density is. It's 1 as we put, but just put the size 0.3, 0.3. And now you should have a perfectly working fishing rod. But I'm just going to change how this part looks here. It's not that good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to take attachment 0, connect it to that, and then the attachment 1 to bait. And you can copy these properties on screen if you want. You don't have to. You can just do what you want to do, but this worked out for me. So, and now once you're done changing the beam to your liking, we are now going to go in it, and we will just take both of these off. And now put your default bait back to baits, and now your fishing rod back to starter. And now when we play it, should be better. Okay, well, the attachment's kind of wonky here, but pretty easy fix. It's nice. Now I just made the Y 90 degrees, so now it looks pretty nice. But that is it for this tutorial, guys. So if you want to see how to make the fishing minigame, that video will be coming out next week. So subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get notified, and I'll see you guys in that video if you wait a week. I really need like a catchphrase at the end of like outros, because I really don't know what to say. Like I just say what we're gonna do next time, but like it's I need like a catchphrase, maybe put in the comments what catchphrase I should say. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.